This is woman with the parasol, with the umbrella, paint in 1875, and it was actually a reproduction of Monet's wife, first wife, which unfortunately died a few years after this paint. She was only about 30 years old in this paint, and you can tell she was pretty, and she is illustrated here with her son, her little son at the time. You can tell the Monet didn't make too much accent on the faces. There's not many lines here. Look at the eyes. The eyes are so just like two, three brush hits, and that's it. The mouth the same. But look at the eyes. The eyes are looking to you with so little paint, so little detail. The eyes are looking to you. It's unbelievable. It's so such a skill and such a talent, basically. I wanted to look into various parts of the paint. So this paint has the sunlight behind it, and it's somehow shadowed. But you can see on the back of the dress of the lady, her dress, you can see the sun rays, which are just coming from behind somehow. And the whole painting, it's emphasizing on colors, less on shapes, but on colors. Obviously, her dress was not going to have blue to it. Perhaps it was white and maybe with some shadows of gray, but it's the blue actually from the sky that is sort of imaginary, I would say, reflecting into the dress, because obviously uh, it would not reflect like this in real life. You can see the sky with some clouds to it. Let's just zoom into. You notice the oil paint, how he was applying this paint. It's very looks very random like, but the result gives this impression of impressionism. Basically, you see how random this paintbrush, I will call them hits, look appear. You can see the thickness of the oil applied to the paint, and I don't think the image is very realistic, because like I say, he was doing some things subjectively, imaginarily. Let's just look to the kid now, and then I would like to have a look to the flowers around them. Again, the face of the kid, perhaps 5, maybe 7 years old. It's very minimalistic and very little detail, if basically no detail at all, except for the eyes. It looks red, like it was not like he had a red face, but perhaps it wants to imagine that it's a sort of a bright shadow, if you want. Again, the sun rays are coming from behind him. The hat is so colorful, it's unrealistic. Obviously, it's not a girl, it's a boy. For I guess he's just switching the colors from the flowers, from the sky, from the maybe from the umbrella, is switching them into the boy's hat. The eyes are not as well done as for the woman. You can see the eyes. Maybe you can guess actually he's looking somewhere downwards. Yeah, you can still guess the looks. It's wow. It's amazing. Again, he's in the shadow and has the same backlight effects around his jacket. And look at the height of these flowers here. It's it is like the flowers are just surrounding them somehow. the colors of the grass, the grass is very present here. It's more grass than flowers, and the green for the grass, it's very strong. It's a, I would say, unnatural green. Look at the green here. Why did he put so dark green, or very not that pale? It's like the sun rays don't hit the grass, but the flowers, obviously, being a impressionist, he does put this emphasis on variation of colors into this situation. Flowers, it's like he's hitting the paint with 2-3 times, and that's the flower. And locally, if you look at this detail, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. But as you zoom out, and I will say a detail, this paint measures 1 meter by 80 centimeters. So it's around, for Americans, 3 feet by a little more than 2 feet wide. So it's a pretty big paint. As you zoom out, all these kind of random detail makes so much sense, and somehow perhaps the flowers in this paint are a little bit of freestyling. It looks like butterflies somehow. All right. Also, maybe observe the sides of the paint with those clouds to the sides, that kind of, it's like a squeezing the subject into in the center. It's making more puts more accent to the center of the picture, the way he painted the sides here with perhaps too much clouds, and looks almost like a fog or something. The dress is impressive. The dress, I think, it's past the other details in the picture, even past her face, her umbrella, and also the umbrella, if you notice, has almost the same green as the grass, the same tint. Um, and look at the transparency too. That's impressive. Also, material of the umbrella was something maybe synthetic, and it's you can see the transparency of it. But it's the dress, I think, that takes the palm in this picture, and the movement of the dress. I was thinking before making this video, I was looking to the picture, and it gives you the impression of the, at least the dress part is almost real. It's like you were looking at something three-dimensional, and you could stretch your arm and touch this object, if you want, this dress. It almost looks real. It looks like a physical object in front of you. How could he put this through paint? It's hard to understand. I guess that's what talent is called for. But yeah, and you see also the movement of the dress, and it's like a person in itself. Very impressive when you look into the details, and you can understand better perhaps what was in, maybe not in his mind, but I would rather say in his hand, because I think that's where the talent was. Sometimes you may not even think when you are doing things, it just goes by itself, and that's the result. Okay, see you for more pictures. Thanks for watching.